What's up, everyone? How you guys and gals doing? Welcome to this freaking video. Man, this is something different for me. I'm not like you professional moto vloggers over on YouTube and stuff. Just sitting in here, China is trying to get me to do fall cleaning in my own garage. Are you crazy? So basically what I've been doing is working on the bike, and I'll tell her, hey, I've been cleaning the bike. She'll like that. Anyway, we're going to go for a ride on the new motorcycle. Big Red Man, she's down right now because somebody hit me in the rear end and totaled the damn back of it. So what I'm doing is trying to get the parts and stuff. Not coming easy when it comes to a 98 Electra Glide. So I'm taking out this Vulcan 1500. I gotta admit, man, I've fallen in love with this thing, especially with the liquid-cooled engine, how smooth it rides. I would have never thought that I'd like a Kawasaki, because usually I'm in the Boulevards and Harleys and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna see how everything goes with this video. I'm not as good as editing, all that good stuff. We're gonna talk about, because everybody's asked me a million freaking times. And as all you know, I have nothing to freaking hide when it comes to, I'm open and honest with all my subscribers, and, but why I left the 1% Motorcycle Club, it seems to be the thing to talk about nowadays, and let's get to it.
James Hollywood, Macecari, living the dream. From the open road to the Outlaws code, biker news coming hot, about to explode. Insane throttle, burning up the night, full on rebellion, ready for the fight. Wheels keep spinning, no fear, no chains. Hollywood's calling, pumping through your veins. Insane throttle.
Over the years, I've seen the good and the bad. This is especially true when it came to the motorcycle club scene. From the early 90s to today, things have changed dramatically, and yes, I know every generation uses that argument, but if you actually sit back and look at it, things have changed a great deal. Look at how clubs use the out bad status. This status meant something in the past, only used for specific purposes. It was because of that it carried an enormous amount of weight in the club scene. Fast forward to the present time, and it's become a complete joke. Outbat status is now used as a political tool. It's got so bad, people are put out bad just for leaving the club. Back in the 90s, your word meant everything in this lifestyle. When you said love, honor, loyalty, it meant a true love for a brother. Today, it's just a tagline to make yourself feel cool. Back in the 90s, hanging out with brothers was everything. The club was a member's daily life. Now you find people making excuses on why they can't get together.
But the journey makes me whole. On my motorcycle, I'm riding through my soul.
Yep, things have really changed, and not for the good. This is something I noticed when I went back to a club. It wasn't the club I was in per se, but the entire club scene in general. One of the main reasons I went back into the scene was to recapture some of those past experiences. Riding in Brotherhood, what I found was entirely different. The overall attitude was far from what I was used to. How things operated was a 360 on how things used to be done. Now, don't get me wrong. The guys in the club were some pretty awesome guys. They were fun to be around, fun to sit and talk with, but what I found was it didn't have the same attitude that I once knew. I was used to not giving a crap what other clubs thought. In the past, we didn't spend every meeting worrying about what other clubs thought or did. If a problem came up, you dealt with it and moved on. You didn't sit there and beat it to death worrying about the what if.
Every twist and turn on these roads of my soul.
After all, I came from a background where if things were off, you handled it. I think that's one of the major reasons I left the club scene. I hate drama, and I'm sure to hell not going to be paying to be a part of it. I came in the club for riding in brotherhood. I didn't come in to be some schooled girl chick that spends her whole time talking. My mistake as I look back was coming back into the club scene with the 90s mentality. I wasn't ever able to shake. The world does indeed change, just like the motorcycle club scene evolved from what I was used to. Maybe it was a good thing it evolved for others, but to me it was foreign. The saying, can't teach old dogs new tricks, is definitely true. I actually can't see how some of the older guys in clubs that were around in the 90s can still be in clubs. Certainly, they would see the same thing I was feeling. You probably heard me say, it wasn't the club's fault. I just wasn't a good member. I truly believe that to be true. I was stuck in the past. I believed in bylaws as they were written and agreed upon. Every member had a duty to uphold those bylaws regardless of who was in charge. I also believed heavily in a man is a man with or without a patch. I was never good with bullshit. I would call it out when I saw it, and it didn't matter who the hell was talking. I guess this made me the outsider. People couldn't understand my logic or comprehend someone calling them out. It was foreign to many of the younger members that I saw, not only in the club I was in, but others as well. If being considered a good club member was agreeing with everything everyone said, even if it was wrong, then no, I wasn't a good club member. Everyone has to remember, I've said this a ton, the internet protocol channels don't shape my opinions on anything. 98% of what protocol channels talk about are bullshit anyways. These protocol channels pull shit out of their asses. It's unfortunate, but they are the ones I hold accountable for the shit happening in the scene now. The internet has now taken over the last place you would have never thought would be taken over. I guess you can say most of the reasons I left club life is because of ideology, but a bigger portion of it has to do to aging and wisdom, I guess. I always knew when it was time to get out of something when it was staring me right in the face. If I didn't feel right when it got in my face, I got out of the situation. I'm now in my 50s. I've got more pressing things to do and stuff to accomplish in life. Hanging around bars or sitting in a clubhouse isn't one of them. I also don't have anything other than motorcycles in common with, say, someone in their 30s. I can't relate to them because they come from a different era than me. I'm not a damn teacher or a mentor. I believe the scene is something you got to learn on your own, especially when it comes to being a part of a club. I hear that crap all the time, how older members should teach the younger ones. I'm not here to teach someone how to be a man. I'm not here to teach someone how to keep their word or be about it. Shit. Go to these internet protocol channels if that's what you're looking for. I always talk about how much more freedom I have on a motorcycle being an independent. This is very true. Actually, it's pretty bad when you get that feeling of relief when you leave a motorcycle club. Many of you know exactly what I mean by that. Being able to ride without looking over your shoulder, being able to ride just to ride. Picking a direction and just going is the best thing about riding a motorcycle for me. I'm often asked for advice about whether or not people should join a motorcycle club. My answer is simple. Why the hell you asking me? You're a man. Make your own decision. If you want to learn about a motorcycle club, then go hang out with one. I'm not your daddy. I'm not your mentor. I'm just a guy that makes stupid videos and covers the news happening in the scene. With all that said and done, the club I was in wasn't bad. Hell no. Lots of great guys in it, but my ideology just didn't match up with theirs. I believe this happens with a lot of people. This is probably why you see people move to different clubs. It's because they are on the hunt for something that is right for them. Being in my 50s now, I know what's right for me. That's riding independent and not answering to no one but God himself and myself. I get to see the country with the old lady, and I've never been happier. It's now about the ride, not the status. So there you have it. That's why I left, and hopefully, you know, it was a decision I made. I'm not pushing on others. You got to do what you got to do. I know a lot of people have asked me, hey, how did you leave? And what's it like after you leave a club? I found it to where it actually gave me freedom, if you want to know the truth. I ride a lot more than I ever had with the club. I get to ride with China Doll all the time. I simply love it, man, because me and her will just pick a direction and go. Don't get the GPS out. Don't get the maps out. And we end up where we end up. You know, I take her into Iowa, Wisconsin. I have to take her into Indiana, but we got to go away from Chicago. She hates Chicago just as much as I do. So we hardly go east. We're mainly going up north, west, and south. Because, you know, if you grew up in Chicago, I was one of them guys that were like, yeah, I never want to leave. I get homesick not seeing the Sears Tower. Now I absolutely hate going back there after living in the country so long. So and it's no fun to ride in freaking Chicago. It's nothing but freaking traffic anyway. But I got a lot more freedom now. I enjoy the sport of motorcycling better. I'm not here to, well, you got to have a Harley. Dude, I love motorcycles in general, man. And this new Vulcan I really love. And, you know, maybe down the road get something like a freaking Goldwing. I don't know. Oh my God, all the freaking Harley guys, their heads blowing up. What are you talking about, Hollywood? I just want to experience new things, man. And motorcycling is something that I want to experience through different brands. And hopefully you guys like this freaking type of format. Of course, we always do our biker news and stuff from the studio. But I thought this would be a change up, see how it goes, and try to do more for you. Talk to you later. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Rock on.
Welcome to 1990 Chicago, where trust is a trap and betrayal runs deep. The Betrayal Chronicles real-life book series by James Hollywood Macecari drags you into the middle of the biker underworld like never before. In Power and Betrayal, a kingpin rises and falls in a storm of drugs and deceit. Then Brotherhood and Betrayal throws you into a fight for loyalty where every choice bleeds. Get the Betrayal Chronicles series now with grit, guilt, and redemption on every page. Available on Amazon and everywhere books are sold.
Fire up your speakers for Throttle Radio, your 24/7 rock and metal station, delivering non-stop riffs and raw energy. Catch the Insanity Morning Show and more from the Insane Throttle Biker News family, plus the heaviest hits in rock and metal. Download the radio.net or online radio box apps on Google Play or the Apple App Store, or the new ThrottleRadio.com. Throttle Radio, where the road screams loud. Tune in now, 24/7 rock and metal.